survive. You know why? You know that no matter how much you work, your contemporary in the other side of the world, right? The same work, the same job, the same even better experience that you have, right? By the time it comes to the reward for it, when you get rewarded for your effort and they get rewarded for their effort, when you put the value of the money beside each other, you realize that, man, how long do you think it's going to take before you can actually break even? The system program never to allow you to break even. If you don't see that and see how that works, then you don't know nothing. So in the UK, like I said, people are now campaigning that is a terrible thing for people to begin to think, should I go and charge my gas meter so that I can turn on the heating and I won't freeze to death? And I won't freeze to death. And I can manage to starve. Maybe I will starve to death, but I will have a warm house. Or should I eat something? Let me go and use the money to buy food and forget gas. That is the type of explanation of poverty and how it affects people in the UK. So when you easily tell that to somebody, even if you have the capacity to take care of yourself, despite this whole thing, by the time you listen to that, you will then sense that there are people who are struggling right now. They will never be able to cope. And with that, the government must do something. But in Nigeria, you don't understand all this. You read about these things, but majority of you don't put them into context of how it comes back to you. And that is why many people don't understand the damages that these people are doing, the comfort they are living in, that you don't know. You don't know the damages. You have no idea. You are angry, they know. You are very angry. You are upset. Let us fight our politics. They know that. But they know that you don't even understand the reason for your anger. And because you don't understand the reason for your anger, you have no idea how to direct your anger. I hope you are following that. Are you following that? They know that. That is why Nigeria will be in turmoil right now. And your petroleum minister is in London doing chilling. And you feel bad about it. You don't like it. But what can you do about it? Because you don't understand. That is why you have no idea. What can we do about it? How can you stop it? How can you end it? Do you understand? You don't end it by sending one rogue away and give another rogue another chance. No. If they are not responsible, you have to make them responsible. And talking about responsibility, that starts with you. And responsibility means you don't give excuses to criminals who are always injecting your excuses into their bloodstream, because that's how they live. After all, they will give excuses for us. Why do many people lose their jobs? Well, it's because of coronavirus. Oh, okay. That's easy. Give an excuse. Why did your national grid collapsed? It can happen anywhere. It's nothing new. It is technical. And when it collapsed, they brought it back immediately. I mean, what's the big deal about that? Excuses. Inject it. How can you be buying a bag of in Nigeria? They say with your vast land, how could you be buying a bag of rice for 30,000 naira? My friend, what is the big deal about 30,000 naira? It's not even 30,000 naira. It is just about 28,500 naira. I bought a 10 bag from a shop in Bodija yesterday. How much did you buy it? I bought it for 27,000. The woman even gave me discount. I bought 10. Papa, what you the way they buy 10 bag of rice? It's because you want to give them excuses to inject in their veins. And politicians are seeing that. They say, we are doing our best. We are trying our best. They say, yeah, we know now. We know that you are trying your best. We know that. Don't mind these people who are complaining. Did somebody check when the train left Ibadan going to Lagos? Because I don't understand why the fuel will finish inside the train and nobody is being held responsible for that. My friend, it's nothing new. I was traveling from Spain to Argentina and our fuel finished half of the way. And it's not a big deal. They just took us to an hotel overnight. And the following day, they brought another train that took us to Argentina. Baba, I'm talking about train from Ibadan to Lagos. 30 minutes train. Oh. I'm not talking about Spain to Argentina. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's no. Let us appreciate our country. Let us say, oh yeah, excuses. Inject it. They say, ah, Baba, the one will pay me pass. Be say, eh? Now 120 with a buy bottle of Star. Today, bottle of Star don't turn to 400 naira per bottle. You say, Baba, it's even. Do you not know that alcohol is dangerous to your health? Alcohol is dangerous to your health. Maybe that's for you to stop drinking. Now me go talk when I want to stop drinking. Why should Nigeria force me to stop? It says for your own interest. That's not right. That's not good. Excuses. Give it to them. Let them inject it. How come it's taking them 20 years to complete Lagos-Ibadan Expressway? What the hell is going on? I mean, how come that they have to bring locomotive trains that nobody wants to use all over the world anymore? And Nigeria is now the dumping ground. How come they are giving you locomotive trains that will be breaking down here and there? My friend, let us appreciate what we have. You see, the level of work on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway last week, my brother, I have never seen that kind of work in my life. These people are very serious. They have been doing it from Mushagamu to give it to them. Let them inject it. Excuses. But when you stop giving excuses and you begin to choose your belief, even they will call you rebel, but you can choose your belief based on what is available. Okay? If to say Nigeria is a real place, right? By now, the criminals who have been in charge of, I mean, I do ask myself anyway, like, we do say that when they say people don't believe, if I say I don't believe in Nigeria anymore, there's possibility that somebody is giving me another example. How come it's taking them 100 years to complete second Niger bridge? My friend, the level of work on second Niger bridge right now, they should complete it in another 3 months. In another 48, you know what I mean? And you'll still be here. They will say they are doing some finish. You know what I mean? I like that. I don't want to cut anybody's head. But however, talking about giving excuses for criminals who I believe don't care, and then they turn around to blame it on patriotism and all that. But there's something I want to say, talking about that patriotism. These rogues don't believe in Nigeria. They don't. I don't know if you have observed. They don't believe in Nigeria. All of them. Okay? They don't. If not, Abba, 22 years, there's been nobody in the entire Niger Delta. All of them who they call billionaires. They have a lot of billionaires there. Oil smugglers. They are into bunkering. They are into oil smuggling like that. And when they make their money from there, they buy weapons, ammunitions, right? So they give them to young men, young women. They call them militants, right? Their job is to protect the stolen oil. then they will use the money and invest in hotels. Have you noticed that? If you go to Biafra land and you go to the coastal Biafra, which is the Niger Delta region, right? You will realize that when those they call their billionaires, especially those who are really, really neck deep into their Nigeria underhandling, you will never believe many of them, right? When they get the money, what do? They invest in hotels, shopping malls, things that can easily be used to launder their money. No single of them felt like, why can't we just invest in refinery? I mean, if we build our own refinery here, we can start selling oil to the entire Nigeria then. We can break the chain of this importation. We can stop the madness of begging them for allocation and all of that. We can actually be free, independent, by just selling fuel to the entire Nigeria. 120 million liters a day. None of them put their money in real investment. You know why? They will say, I don't want to put my money there because the militants can blow it up. They know it. They know that if the terrorists or if anybody bombed their hotel or they bombed their hotel, it's just some blogs and some TV, some fancy stuff. The money they have, they can put up 10 times of such beautiful houses or hotels. But real investment that will actually empower their people. Just imagine it, as you are watching this video, just imagine it that in the last 22 years, somebody from Niger Delta region, instead of collaborating with people who will be stealing the oil, because they know that they only get a patri share from Nigeria when they sell the oil. That's why they are stealing it, Abi. So now, for the benefit of the people of Niger Delta and their safety, like let's say somebody get foresight and say, you know what? Let us invest in a refinery here. Let's build one. Yes, let's build it. And let's say today, 22 years after, states like Imo, Abia, Rivers, Cross River, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, give me their name, Delta, Bayelsa, and others like that. Just imagine if today, 22 years after democracy started, they all have the refineries, and they are the ones refining the crude oil from their backyard, and they are selling back to Nigeria. I know they won't let them because of the thieves in NNPC, but did anybody even try it? Did they? The people will get capacity to shut down oil production in Niger Delta. You remember those periods now? Today, the Niger Delta militants who told us that, and their sponsor, who told us then that they were bombing the pipeline because they abandoned our region, they left our people poor. Majority of them, they are now pipeline security guard in Niger Delta, where Nigeria went to go and borrow $6.5 billion to lay pipeline. From Niger Delta, they will put pipeline from Niger Delta and they will run the pipeline, enter Niger Republic to pump the oil in Niger Delta and move it. So no single person, none of those politicians. So if I start mentioning them down, they will say, Mayegun, I respect everything you have been saying, but you need to understand something. You need to respect this person. This person is better than that person, because I know your thieves, you love your thieves differently. You love your thieves differently, don't you? That's what happened. So they don't really love the place. That is what you will tell yourself and say, oh boy, not true. If we are talking about even people, loving their people, I love my people, story. How come nobody tried this? How come no plan like that? But a politician can grab a microphone and say, hello, my people. In 2002, myself and some elders, we came together that we want to build the biggest refinery here. Some people went against it. They were the one who didn't let us do it. We wanted to build this and that. They say, hey, wait. Some people, they don't get name. Oh, now some people work against it, Sha. This man don't get the dream since 2002. Meanwhile, since that 2002, Diwere is become maybe party chairman. He's already become a member of House of Representatives. He's become a senator. He's become a governor. Maybe he's also become a minister. And then 20 years after, he's telling you, in 2002, we were trying to make sure we build the road, from, because he's grown richer based on your own stupidity most of the time. Those are the things we don't buy anymore. They don't love the place. They don't. Imagine stealing money from your own people and you are investing in something that in another country, you're investing in refineries. It will shock you that it is the same. Your leaders, your criminal leaders, they are the ones who goes into partnership with all the refineries and love them out there. And you ask yourself, why? How is that so impossible to do? And the effect of that is that you are now paying over 1 trillion naira every year to bring petrol to your filling stations, to bring petrol and gas to your filling station. And the effect of that is that since nobody had that site, and as we are talking right now, they are coming to tell you they are going to renovate the refineries, they are going to build all the refineries, they are going to make sure that blah, 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 blah. And many of you are going to foolishly believe them. In fact, many of you are already stupidly believing them. And it breaks out. Because in a year or two, you're going to be back to the same thing again and again. It's sad. And that's why I'm talking to some of my friends who are Abroadians. Abroadian, Mumu Madus, Bele lecturers, Mumu lecturers. Don't be selfish like these rogues. Stop buying their snake oil. Stop giving them that lifeline. Stop pumping that excuses into their veins. Choose your own battle and believe in it. It is an idea that if you are smart, it shouldn't be so hard to comprehend. Airlines in Nigeria are going to shut down in 48 hours, even though before they will shut down, they have been struggling in the last 1 year when they say the aviation fuel, as all of you, they complain about petrol, and some of you are complaining about diesel. You see those who are flying the planes, they have been making a hell of the life of many of you. But guess what? You complain. Until the next one, nothing is done. You know that. Now it's about to get worse. So they say before, I remember when somebody bought me a ticket to fly to Abuja, and I think it was in 2015. A plane ticket to Abuja was somewhere around, I think return ticket was somewhere around 18,000 naira or 20,000 naira. If you're just going, you probably will pay 10,000 or 11,000. I remember 2015. But today, if you are flying from Lagos to Abuja, I don't know how much is the flight now. And some of you are not probably, you probably have no clue why is that happening, or you do, but you just feel like, well, I'll just travel by road and I'll be protected by the blood of Jesus and God. I'll be protected by Allah and every other thing you believe in. Because Abba, which level now? They won't fly go heaven. We're going to pay 60,000 naira to go to Abuja. Now it's going to be worse. Do you understand? It's going to be worse. And maybe that, yeah, it's about 50K now. Thank you. To go to Abuja and come back from Lagos now, you probably will spend about 100,000 naira, maybe 120,000 naira if you have to get a taxi. Now, businesses are going to take the hit. They have been taking the hit. And that is why the things you bought, what you got for a certain price yesterday, when you go to the same shop tomorrow, the price has changed. And you'll be like, hello, ma. I was here yesterday. We bought it for 130 naira, ma. And I packed almost 300. Uh-huh. It is now 180 naira. 50 naira. It was around 5 p.m. yesterday, ma. See, Mr. Man, do you want to buy or you don't want to buy? Please. It is now 180 naira. Hugao. Okay, if you want to buy at like 500, ma, even if you want to buy 1,000, it is 180 naira, my brother. The reason for that is no other reason than what I have told you earlier. Now, this is it. It's going to get to the breaking point, where they are going to say, you know what? Hands down. And at that time, it's not only that you will be paying through your nose to get the same service, not anything better, same service, if not worse, so you'll be paying through your nose. Not just only that, many of your brothers and sisters working in aviation industry right now, the one you are calling pilot, even though she's a secretary, or should we say a desk clerk or ticket clerk, but she carries herself so well. You're working for the airline, this and that. You may lose your jobs in the next 48 hours. Many of you may start just sitting at home, watching Mayegu, and then living in that reality. The reality of make Nigeria no happen to me. Make Nigeria no happen to the people I know. Now that time you go see that reality. I'm not wishing you bad. I am telling you to read the news. And at the same time, figure it out. Where is it going to affect you? I am not here to make your mental health go bad. In fact, I'm trying to help you to manage your mental health right now. People are going to start losing their jobs if they are not losing it already. Somebody told me, he said, Mayogun, do you know that banks in Nigeria now, they have started improvising because they no fit survive the 700 naira per liter diesel for long. If nothing happens now, banks in Nigeria will be shutting at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And it is just to quickly take your money, do all of that, and shut, and everybody go home. You see all these things, where you see banks, they'll be running on generator for hours. After the bank close, you still see them, generator is still working. They are closing the account. They are balancing the account. They are making everything in order before they go home. Abi, ask all the bankers. They are watching me right now. Tell me, have they started telling you that you'll be finishing at 5 and you finish and close your account in 30 minutes? And they are working on a way to cut the cost. If this thing lasts this week, the diesel that they are telling you to be using. Abi, are those not the places where they lock you in, where they lock you all in to ignore and possibly forget the severity, the seriousness of the damages that these rogues have done to you, to your brothers and sisters who are not in the banks? At the diesel where they are able to get, the profit they are making from customers, all of that, even though you all know they don't even take care of you that well, Abi. But what is the message right now in the office? That, oh boy, we are going to cut the diesel. Abi, are they lie? I know the bankers, my banker friends on Facebook, they can confirm that. Have they not told you now that because of the diesel, this diesel wahala is not available? When you finally get it, it's a cutthroat. They say some companies are now spending over 700,000 naira a day just to buy diesel, to power their generator, to run their businesses and all of that. Spending 120,000 naira a day, 100,000 naira a day, 200,000 a day. Now, it's going to all trickle down. All these businesses they have all been affected though. Everybody is trying to, you know what I mean? And the 70 and the what's it called? The lifeless mannequin, Buhari, and the fake Pastor Ruga that brought you to this stage. Where are they? lifeless Buhari is in London, maybe reading the news everywhere and say, yeah, Shege Bara will answer to them. They complain a lot. They don't even appreciate me. He's there in London enjoying 24 hours electricity, no sound of generator. As old rock get generator. Imagine, seat of power in Nigeria. They are running their business by generator, with generator. So who the hell are you that you not go use generator? Now that generator of a thing is no longer about I better pass my neighbor anymore. It is that I don't join my neighbor. All of them are go join. Now all of them hand go touch one by one. The way it go touch you is what I'm analyzing now. So if you have a banker friend that is helping you or she's helping you, if you have a banker, a relative, uncle, even if you have banker parents, let them tell you the truth. This adjustment is going to eat them too. And say the bank owners, they are as greedy as your politicians as well. They don't lose money. Now you go lose your job. No be them go lose money. Now that is how Nigeria happened to you. Even when you no get any hand, when you no get business in it, when you no shout Sai Baba, oh, Sai Barbarian, oh, when you are not shouting swagger, oh, but right there where you they sit down, where you they pretend say nothing they go on, bullets still hit you there. That's how it works. That's how it happens. That is how the basket of unemployment swells. So if you don't understand it, maybe I have money to tell you now. And the same NNPC. The same NNPC who knows that Nigeria is so broke. The same NNPC who has invested no shishi in your refinery or in your oil industry. The same NNPC, they stole 109 million barrels of crude oil. No wonder ASU is on strike. All of them, they catch cruise on social media. Baba na cruise jare. Baba problem no dey finish. My problem no dey finish jare. May we just enjoy our life because all this thing, now God go settle am. They catch cruise. They catch cruise. What is it called? Yeah. So at the end of the day, you will realize that those who are possibly still helping you, I want to know doloshi. Even though some will say, "Oh, majeka doloshi." May God not let us be poor. Grace of God is what we are using. You need to start telling the truth. There is grace of God, like you said, and there is also Buhari's serious Buhari pressure that is about to kill you. You know it inside your houses. So catching cruise. Buhari abandoned ASU and he went to Afghanistan to go and give Taliban money. Made Taliban get money, made them take money made them have money to buy what? To buy bullets. ASU is there. They have no money to give to ASU, but some people inside NNPC in your Nigeria, after they have smuggled what they will smuggle from your crude oil, the ones that are supposed to actually be declared, the one that they took through the normal route with record, Auditor General of Nigeria, audited NNPC side of that crude oil sale and all of that, they say 109 million barrels, which came to $2 billion. Do you know how much is $2 billion? That is over 1 trillion naira. Now, that's the greed of the few, paid for by many, including you. You will lose your jobs. Electricity grid will continue to collapse. You have no good road. You have no good train or good rail line. Track. You will never have a good hospitals. You will never have anything that actually should treat you as a human being because of the greed of this selfish few. 1 trillion naira in the pocket of how many people? Undeclared. Bamba, bamba, she. And share them. And where is the money? Gone to Cayman Island, to different islands all over the place. The money is not even there in your country to help you create jobs. That's why people are losing their jobs. They are squeezing you without touching you. And you are praising them without even understanding it. And guess what? You are the victim. And the only way to stop it is what? Is to understand it. When you do understand it, you are likely going to be able to stop it. So they position themselves in a way strategically to fool you, to fool me, to fool themselves as well, because they know that they are fooling everybody, and it is like a fool's paradise. You can say no to that when you know better, isn't it? You say, no, I don't want to be fooled. Do you get that now? So it's a matter of choice. However, some of us have chosen something real, physical, touchable, something you can live and possibly even die for, something you will love your children to understand better so that it won't take them long or this long, like yourself, before you realized that it is a complete waste of time. I was reading it in the news the other day. I think it was earlier today as well. And it said that some Chinese were arrested in somewhere in Niger. You know, Niger is a volatile region in Nigeria as we speak. People get killed. Over 1,000 community, 1,000 communities have been ransacked and completely desolate, as in people have run away for their lives in Niger State in Nigeria. But the Chinese are not running. You know why? The system have to keep them safe and protected. In Nigeria, they were drilling illegally in Niger. They are there in Osun. We talk about them, but none of you actually pay attention to the consequences of this until it becomes news. Say, hey, deport them. How? Which nonsense? What nonsense? But you have no idea that if this is how you want to always be, you always get the same result and the same thing. So we choose that no, we don't want to be that way, which is honorable. Honorable enough for you, for me, substantial enough for us, defendable enough for everyone, because it is real than the unreal Nigeria. Because Nigeria is so unreal. Your president is in London. Your first lady is in Dubai. You don't even give a damn about who is footing that, who is paying for that. And many of you are already jumping up as well, wanting to be instrumental into the emergence of another sick cold or stone-hearted senile septuagenarian. So you choose something solid, something real. That part is that when you understand the problem, you probably have a better way of resolving it. Because the blame of where we found ourselves is completely shouldn't be left to those who have been taking advantage of it, but even us who have been indulging them or enabling them in our way because we understood less or we choose not to, which is called selective amnesia. Whatever it is, when you know better, you are expected to do better. A trick. So some of us choose our own independence, and independence in the sense that we shouldn't be sharing in the mystery of what Nigeria is. Because those who told you or are telling you to believe in one Nigeria, they don't believe in it themselves. Eh? And people say seeing is believing, which means if they have a chance of proving that they love Nigeria, there is no better chance to prove that you love Nigeria than when you have a chance or a shot at a position of leadership. And in this case, they fall flat, they fall off, I would say. And that is why when they say go and get PVC, the next question you should ask them is to be used for who? Of course, you'll be using that for them. National electricity grid collapsed. And I said, if there are those with foresight and not opportunists and criminals. If those with foresight genuinely will probably genuinely love that place, which I believe nobody actually love Nigeria genuinely, okay? It is just about whatever you're getting from it that will design or the kind of a shape what you will call, I love Nigeria and all of that, yeah? Or if those who have been claiming to love Nigeria, if they really care, I mean, nowhere, not even in Yoruba land. Ondo State is oil producing state. Lagos State is oil producing state. Ogun State is oil producing state. Hello. And we have water, we have this, we have that, we have, and for 22 years, not even a single of them could decide to build for industrialization. You build. Sometimes you just feel like, you know what? I need investors in my state. But I know that power is going to really, really be essential if I want investors. I want to industrialize my state. We want to industrialize our region to create jobs for our people. But you can't do that if you don't have power, if you don't have any good source of energy, possibly clean energy. So politicians knows they don't have that, but they never invested in it. Same way they never invested in this oil industry for your own benefit. You can be in Nigeria and you can be paying 500 naira per liter, but you have one of the best economy in the whole world. Meanwhile, you probably won't even need to pay 500 naira per liter with a working economy whereby you are not just producing oil, right? You are producing every drop of oil that you use in your country, that you have produced so much, that you have so much, that you have now you have started not only exporting crude oil, you are also exporting finished product to neighboring countries. That alone will create industry of employment, jobs in your country, multifaceted jobs. Add electricity to it, you are champion. And possibly your naira will be stronger than what it is right now. But guess what? No matter how much they call a liter of petrol, you will be able to afford it because you have a better standard of living, real jobs, not end power, beggy, alimajiri job. So nobody invested in that. Electricity. They were all talking about national grid. National grid. This governor just bought, Governor Sanwo-Olu just supplied 5,000 transformers. Governor Sanwo-Olu just donated 1,000 transformers to NEPA. Transformer for what? To transmit what? Transformer to transmit darkness or what? They are bringing in some 500 kVA, 5,000 kVA, blah, 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 nonsense to this place. And since they brought that, every time the people will now say, every time we will get lights now, it is now stable since they brought that transformer. Because they know they don't get light all the time. But they say, every time we will get light, the light is stable now. We are grateful to governor. Nobody invested in power because Nigeria is unreal. It is not a real place. Do you understand? They celebrate madness. They celebrate nonsense. And they do so just for photo op. And when you look around and you say, what is the effect of that? I mean, nothing changed. Now, what's happening? They say they don't scam you. Now, pay. Now, they pay attention. You're all setting yourselves up to be scammed when these guys comes calling. You have already kind of downplayed yourself, ruled out your own kind of resistance spirit. Because according to you, maybe if they give us transformer, they say, what do you want for this area? We want transformer. You know, get electricity, you're asking for transformer. Our transformer blew up 5 years ago. Thank God for Senator Koiki, who gave us a new transformer. Transformer for what? But we said, if they had you attacked and even the stolen money, you get what I mean now? When they steal your money, right? The governors and all of them, they could invest in power their states, and even sell to the neighboring states. Maybe they can inspire them to also invest in it. Your politicians are not investing in anything that will change your life. They give you rhetorics. They give you sweet words. They tell you what you want to hear. They demonstrate few. And then you go back, you realize that nothing is done because it is all lies, it's unreal. And it's time for you to put a break on to that.